Right, quite a bit of Manchester United-based breaking news this morning. We've got an update on their pursuit. And United are expected to make a move this week.
Yeah, it's understood that they are getting encouragement that the player wants to move to Old Trafford.
Mark, to Manchester United. They need to sell players, clearly, and they've made that very, very clear. But they want a number 9 as well. Who are they looking at?
Yeah, a couple of names on the list right at the top of it. Benjamin Sesko, a player that is wanted by Newcastle United as well. Manchester United very much in the market for him. It's funny, a couple of years ago, he was on the radar of Real Madrid. He stayed within the Red Bull group, going from Salzburg to Leipzig. He's been watched by Premier League clubs since he was a teenager, really. And it feels like now this is the summer where he is available and potentially available for Premier League sides. It's an expensive deal to make happen, but we know that Manchester United are interested in the 22-year-old. They're also interested in Ollie Watkins as well, but that deal potentially could be quite difficult because of Aston Villa's stance and reluctance to sell a key member of their first team. So yeah, they are in the market for a number 9. I should imagine they'll get one, but what it looks like at this stage, we're not quite sure. But those are 2 players that are definitely very much on their radar.
Yeah, and it's interesting as well because this one has been driven by their recruitment director, Christopher Vivell, who was actually the Red Bull scout at Red Bull Salzburg, and he brought him Sesko in as a 16-year-old. Just a couple of other lines with regard to Manchester United and the latest on Jadon Sancho. Borussia Dortmund remain interested in signing him. He, of course, joined United from Dortmund back in 2021, went on loan back to Dortmund for the second half of the 2023-24 season. Performed pretty well as well, didn't he? Got him to the Champions League final. Sky Germany are also reporting that he may be prepared to take a wage cut because that was a bit of an issue when Chelsea decided not to take up the obligation to buy him at the end of last season. Now, might be some other players who could be on their way in at United as well, Michael.
Yeah, this is one we were given yesterday. Now, we must stress this is just interest now. Gianluigi Donnarumma from PSG, the PSG Champions League winning goalkeeper. Now, why is there interest? Well, he's in the final year of his contract at PSG, and they're signing a new goalkeeper, Lille's Lucas Chevrolet. So, but we are told there's a possibility he might stay and challenge for that spot as well. But look, looking at what United have had over the last couple of seasons, if that was to happen, that would be a huge, huge signing for Ruben Amorim, wouldn't it? Donnarumma.
Well, it's the type of player that Manchester United fans want to be associated with. Champions League winner, someone that's coming for a big club. This rebuild over the course of this summer with the Ruben Amorim fingerprint of DNA on that team. And you get the feeling that a player like that, along with Cunha and Bomo, and then someone like Sesko, that would be the type of summer that Manchester United fans would say, this is where we feel like we're back to being what we are. Now we need to start seeing it on the pitch. But in the window, they're certainly making all the right noises.
OK, let's rattle through.
United.
Manchester United have initiated formal discussions with RB Leipzig regarding the potential transfer of Benjamin Sesko, signaling their clear intent to secure the highly rated Slovenian forward. Sources close to the negotiations suggest that United view Sesko not only as a long-term solution to their striking options, but also as a player whose attributes align with Ruben Amorim's tactical vision, particularly his emphasis on mobility and clinical finishing. Although the club is exploring multiple avenues in the current transfer window, it is understood that their primary focus remains on Sesko, whose performances in the Bundesliga have attracted significant attention across Europe. Despite RB Leipzig's reluctance to part ways with one of their most promising talents, Manchester United are prepared to test the German side's resolve with a substantial offer, which may include performance-based add-ons and incentives. While alternative targets have been scouted as part of a broader recruitment strategy, club insiders maintain that Sesko is at the top of United's shortlist, underscoring his perceived value to the club's future. As negotiations progress, the outcome may hinge on both the player's willingness to make the switch and Leipzig's valuation, which could ultimately define one of the summer's most closely watched transfer sagas.